What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the New York Giants franchise rebuild modded edition. There was an update to the mod because I think there was an update to EA, so I had to wait a little bit to actually get the next video out. But here we are, week 3, going up against Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears. Both teams are 81 overall, and looks like Eddie Jackson is the top player for the Bears here. Offensive ranks, it looks like Justin Fields is throwing some touchdown passes. 3rd in the league so far in 2 weeks with 5 touchdown passes. So we have to be a little bit aware of that. They're going to be out and about. We do have mock draft, the first mock draft of the season coming up. And looks like there are 4 straight quarterbacks being taken off the board. What does it have us choosing here? We'll have to go down because we are 1-1. It has us taking a running back, Greg McKinney out of Michigan. But my question to you guys is, what position should we be targeting in the draft this upcoming draft season? Should it be quarterback? Do you think it's quarterback? Maybe defensive tackle? Should we continue to build the offensive line? Do we look at maybe getting some more corner linebacker help? Let me know down in the comments, who do you think we need to target? Because if we continue to win, we're probably not going to have a chance of getting another quarterback. Does that mean we pick up the fifth year option for Daniel Jones? You know, I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get prepared for this weekly strategy. Remember, we got Justin Fields. He's going to scramble a lot. We got to keep an eye on that. Let's look at our game plan. Now, it says we need to defend the outside run. I don't think we need to. Well, maybe we do need to worry about running. Running for us has been a very big thing. Justin Fields, though, has thrown the ball very well so far this season. I think we have to worry about quarterback scramble. Why is it saying that Steven Montez is the quarterback that we need to worry about for quarterback scramble? But I think that's what we go with anyways. I think that would be the smart thing. Justin Fields can escape. He does have a little bit of movement. Not much, but he does have a little bit of movement outside the pocket. And then on defense, Eddie Jackson. You know, do we stay away from him? Do we worry about trying just to throw it short continuously? I feel like we've been running the ball very well. I think we just continue to throw it short. We don't want to force Daniel Jones to do too much in the passing attack. Use O.J. Howard, use Slayton. Don't worry about throwing it deep until we can prove that our offensive line can actually protect Daniel Jones. We're not really going to worry too much about trying to throw it deep. Only when we have to. We have no injuries. Ooh. On the defensive side of the ball, what about on the offensive side of the ball? Do we have any injuries? This is always like, I feel like I'm rolling dice. No, we had a good week of practice. Nobody got hurt. That's great to see. Before we start, I'm just interested. I want to see what our stats are looking at. I really haven't looked at those too much yet. Let's look at Daniel Jones. 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, a 61% completion percentage. This is pretty realistic, I must say. He's only throwing about 150 yards per game. He's been sacked 4 times, so about twice a game. That's not too bad, right? Saquon is averaging 4.6 yards a carry. He has 2 touchdowns. Daniel Jones has already rushed for 100. He's on pace for about 800 yards rushing. Can we get him there? He's almost averaging 10 yards a clip. He has fumbled the ball once, but I do think that went out of bounds. We do not have not one receiver over 100 yards receiving quite yet. I think maybe O.J. Howard would have gotten that if he didn't get hurt that first game. And the only receiver to catch a touchdown is Darius Slayton, the go-to guy out of Auburn. What about on defense? Let's look at defense. Blake Martinez, Xavier McKinney, Drake Jackson, the 3rd leading tackle. We're tied for 2nd on the team. The rookie out of USC, looking pretty good. He also has a sack. Dexter Lawrence is doing good, but guys, what is going on with Kayvon Thibodeau? Somebody in the comments may have said, don't pronounce the H. It's not Thibodeau, it's Thibodeau. So Kayvon Thibodeau, he only has 3 tackles. 2 of them are solo, but he is getting some pressure. I feel like he's been there a few times. He's just not been able to, convert on those. But he's a rookie, defensive end. Those usually take a little while to turn around. I think that's pretty much it. That's all I want to look at. Individual stats. We got to get some more wide receivers involved. But without further ado, we got the Giants at home, undefeated, going up against the Chicago Bears. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's go. Here we are in MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. You got the Chicago Bears coming into town against the 1-1 New York Giants with rookie head coach Frank Donk and quarterback Daniel Jones looking to prove themselves. With a continued win here today would push them to 2-1 and looking to prove that they are an actual contender for the playoffs. Giants, Bears coming up. Bears win the toss. They elect to defer. Kadarius Toney and the Giants looking to get this ball and get an opening drive touchdown on the day. As we see Daniel Jones, number 8, 3 touchdowns on the season, 2 interceptions, 300 yards, averaging 150 yards per game, 61% completion percentage. He's been ho-hum, but he did lead his team with a chance to get a win against the Washington football team week 1, but Graham Gano misses a kick, and this team could be sitting at 2-1. And they have possibly opened some eyes. First play of the day goes to who else? Saquon running behind Charles Cross for a pickup of about 8 yards on the play. Running game so far for the New York Football Giants have been pretty strong between Daniel Jones, Devontae Booker, and of course Saquon Barkley, as Saquon picks up 3 more yards on that play for a first down. Another good run there by Saquon, who gets it all the way to the 44. Pickup of another 8. Saquon coming out strong on the day. There's been a lot of concerns about Saquon's health throughout his career. He's looking to try to prove that he can be a every down back, but Giants and Frank Donk are trying to get Devontae Booker involved. You see there with the handoff, he gets stopped behind the line for a loss of 1. Devontae Booker proved in the preseason that he can also be a good change of pace back for New York. Barkley back in though, 3rd and 4. Can Daniel Jones and the Giants try to find something, but nothing there. Daniel Jones has to throw it away. Pressure coming off the right edge there. That new look offensive line for the Giants not getting it done, not able to give Daniel Jones any time. Nice tackle on the play, and the Giants get the ball. The Bears and Justin Fields coming out onto the field, ball on the 14, and you see there Justin Fields with a very unproductive 2021 campaign, got hurt. Has had a good start to the season so far. 3rd in the league in passing touchdowns, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And you can expect the Giants, who are bringing a lot of pressure so far on the season, are probably going to continue today with basically a rookie quarterback under center in Justin Fields. Giants start off with a run to David Montgomery for a loss of 1 on the play. 3rd down and 4. Dangerous position here for the Giants. You got Justin Fields, who is able to get out and extend the play with his legs. Pressure coming off to his left, now to his right, and he has to throw it away. I think Blake Martinez was there to try to get the tackle, but Justin Fields with a nice shimmy throws it away and brings up 4th down. Kadarius Toney, been a pretty good return man, showing it off here, brings the ball about to the 47-yard line and basically at midfield, 19-yard return. And the Giants have some life here at midfield. 2nd drive of the day for them. Daniel Jones in shotgun with Saquon off to the left. I would imagine they're going to probably continue to feed Saquon, and they do. Saquon with a nice 7-yard pickup, 2nd and 4. Scratch that, 6-yard pickup. On the play, still shotgun. Might be an opposite play. No, they're going to run it again. Saquon cuts back to the right, and that is a first down. Saquon with 5 rushes on the play for 31 yards. Oh, no, that ball was supposed to be a bubble screen to Darius Slayton, and that almost gets picked off. Daniel Jones just blindly throwing it off to the left. Has got to be a little more conservative in his reads there. 2nd and 10. That ball is thrown to Kadarius Toney. We haven't mentioned his name much this year, Big first down on the play, and Eddie Goldman is hurt. Giants fans raving to see Kadarius Toney, their improved wide receiver in the offseason, get the ball there on, I think it was a second down, and thrown to Saquon. Saquon reaches out to the pylon and touchdown, New York Giants. And you've got to like what you saw out of New York on their defense and offense. Now they've put the pressure on Justin Fields and this Chicago Bears offense to try to go down and score. And David Montgomery gets back to the line, 2 rushes for him for the day, and he has not been able to find much there. The Giants are looking to keep Justin Fields and this offense in long second and third down territory. That's dumped off to the right to Montgomery, who jukes the defender before getting taken out of bounds by who else but Drake Jackson. If you get a look again at the Giants 2022 draft class, looking good, looking strong. 3rd down and 5. Sub package in for the Giants. Drake Jackson in the middle, looking over at Justin Fields. That's thrown over the top and complete to the 50-yard line, and there looks to be a penalty on the play. We have a face mask. That's going to give Chicago an extra 15 yards on the penalty there. Adoree Jackson, culprit of the face mask tug on the play. 1st and 10, ball on the 36. Jumbo package in for the Bears, who are trying to get the running game going. They're not going to give up on David Montgomery, who picks up 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 7, but Giants again, this feeds right into the Giants game plan. Nice little juke move there by Herbert, who picks up 12 on the play. Herbert a little bit more of an agile back out of the backfield, not more of a downhill runner like Montgomery. Able to pick up some yards in the middle of that defense. Brings up a 1st down and 10, ball on the 21, giving it back to Montgomery, who again gets stopped by 3rd overall pick Kayvon Thibodeaux, and Montgomery's hurt on the play, looking at his ankle. Stopped in the backfield there. Thibodeaux, scratch that. Thibodeaux has had a slow start to his rookie campaign, but you got to like to see him bring a little bit of pressure there on that 1st down and 10. Pressure coming off the edge, thrown to the left. Justin Fields 4 for 5, 37 yards. That's a 5-yard pickup on the play. Brings up 3rd down. Can the Giants get the stop, force a field goal, and get the ball back for their offense? That ball's thrown over the middle. We had a wide open receiver in the back of the end zone, but it was thrown out of bounds. And that brings up a 4th and 5. Chicago is going to look to kick it here. Ball is up, and it is good. 3-7, Giants with the lead and with the ball. Nice run by Saquon again, who's finding the holes, and not again. Saquon down on the play, a little slow getting up, but a 13-yard pickup on the play. Saquon again is a little shaken up. He's limping off the field. Trainers holding his helmet and taking him in to the locker room. That is never a good sign. Giants come out, empty set, 5 wide, 1st and 10, and throwing it to Saquon's backup is Devontae Booker, who picks up almost 10 on the play. And word coming in from the sideline reporter says that Saquon has a pulled groin and will not return for this game. So Giants are going to have to do it without their best offensive player on the day. And Booker gets the ball and picks up Neal. We're going to have to wonder and see if the offense of the Giants can continue to move the ball on the ground without their stud running back. And look who it is again. O.J. Howard is hurt on the play. Between O.J. Howard and Saquon Barkley, this offensive attack for the Giants really just can't get going. Nobody open on the field on the play there. Daniel Jones has to get rid of it. 2nd and 10. Muscle cramps for O.J. Howard. He will return soon. You got, of course, a veteran tight end and Kyle Rudolph there. 3rd down and 11. You got Kadarius Toney in the slot there. You can look to see if Daniel Jones will look to find him here. And there he is over the middle, up the seam, all the way again to the 7-yard line. Scratch that, 9. And Kadarius Toney, who has been absent these first 2 games of the season, has already picked up 74 yards on 2 catches. Huge pickup. I don't know what the Chicago Bears are doing or thinking and just letting Kadarius Toney run free up the middle, but they're going to have to figure that out because that can't be an everyday thing. And there's Daniel Jones, who's just going to scramble and slide down for only a gain of 2. Daniel Jones has had some pretty good success scrambling out of the pocket. You got to wonder if he still has a little happy feet from his first 3 years in the league, not having a lot of protection. Upgraded offensive line, you would think he might want to sit in there a little bit more. And Devin Booker pushes forward for a touchdown. New York Giants, their 2nd touchdown in as many drives. Pin an extra point, will go up by 11. Ball thrown and complete. Darnell Mooney. Big pickup on the play that ends the first quarter as the Giants have scored 2 consecutive touchdowns with an 11-point lead. Can the Chicago Bears and Justin Fields answer back with another score of their own to get this game a little closer? Ball thrown and almost intercepted by James Bradbury, who had a very rough week last week against Devontae Smith and the Eagles. But not on that play. Showing some awareness, gets his head around, comes back to the football, gets in front of the receiver, and almost picks it off. Brings up a 3rd down and 8. Ball is completed over the middle, but Blake Martinez is there, stops the Giants, the Bears, from picking up the 1st down. Russell Gage on the catch. 4th down and 2. Bears have to punt it once again. Good job by the Giants defense, showing out today, enforcing 2 stops out of 3 possessions. Good punt by the Bears, who pinned the Giants, holy crap, on the 1-yard line. Bears do a good job of holding the Giants to a 3 and out, and they get the ball basically where they were at when they punted it at midfield. Montgomery, 6 rushes now on the day for only 5 yards. He's not had a lot of success on the ground game, and that puts a lot of pressure on Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears offense. The Giants are doing a good job of stopping the run there. Got a little play action, and it's hard to get that to be successful when you're not really running it very well. Drake Jackson on the stop. This brings up 3rd down and 5. You see that Justin Fields has completed 7 of his 10 passes, but really for not that much yardage. Ball thrown over the middle and caught to the 39 by Darnell Mooney. His 2nd reception of the day. Justin Fields and the Bears got the ball onto the 39 in Giants territory here. Bring it up. A big sack by the rookie who finally makes his introduction in New York. Kayvon Thibodeau. His first career sack against Justin Fields. And check out the sideline by the Giants. They are pumped. As you see the swim move, Justin Fields feels the pressure, swings out to the left and right into Thibodeau's outstretched arms. Wearing number 55, which is only 1 number difference of number 56, who used to play for New York all those years ago, saying that he wanted to prove that he belonged in New York. And the ball was completed. Nice catch and throw. Gives Chicago Good field position with a chance to convert a 3rd down and 2 now. Run again. Not much there, but I do think Montgomery was able to outstretch his arms, and yes, they're going to give them that 1st down there. Oh, there he is again. I'm sorry, that was Drake Jackson, the other rookie, bringing some pressure, and the blitz is starting to find its way into the backfield of Chicago more regularly. This offensive line is going to have to try to figure out something to stop the New York defense. And another big stock behind the line. Montgomery not able to find much there. Brings up another 4th down. And now twice Chicago has gotten it into opponent territory, but not been able to convert and push it into touchdowns. And if you're going to trade field goals with touchdowns, you're not going to win games in the NFL. Good stop by the Giants. 3rd down and 3, big 1st down here. If you get it, you have a good chance to run pretty much time off the clock before halftime. If you don't, your defense has to come right back out and pick up yardage. But I do think Devontae Booker was able to outstretch his hands and pick up the 1st down. Huge 1st down before the half, because now New York controls the clock and the game at this point in the 1st half. On the 35, Giants with the ball. Daniel Jones looking to extend this lead. The Giants, even though scoring 2 touchdowns, are still only 1 possession in front of Chicago, barring the extra, or the 2-point conversion, that is. And the Giants elect to do a draw to maybe continue to let the clock run out. Little hurry up offense here, 2nd and 5. Can we see the Giants move the ball down the field and score some points early on this drive? And Daniel Jones looking and just having to get rid of it on the play. The edge rushers for Chicago have done a very good job of bringing the pressure. And anytime Daniel Jones wants to try to scramble, they're right there, knowing that his tendency is to scramble when applicable. That ball's thrown over the edge and caught out of bounds by who else but the man himself, Darius Slayton. Big 1st down, his 1st catch of the day. He goes out of bounds. 1st down and 10, ball on the 48. And once again, Giants are going to look to run it and continue to move the clock. 2nd down and 7, picking up some yardage. Some people might think that's a questionable call. You want to continue to move the ball down the field and try to push it through the air, but Frank Donk is confident in his offense with 2 tries to pick up the yardage necessary, and throws it to Brightwell, who tries to juke the defender and only picks up 2 yards on the play. You will see the Giants will call a timeout with 51 seconds. They're going to try to find a play here that works best for them. O.J. Howard, you have to think him or Darius Slayton is going to be who Daniel Jones looks to, both on the right side of the field. 51 seconds, the ball is snapped. O.J. Howard is there, but coming off the edge. And Khalil Mack has just been in the face of Daniel Jones all day long. Nice return by Kadarius Toney with 23 seconds left. Giants get a 3 and out. And the Giants look like they're going to try to go for it and pick up some yardage here and maybe kick a field goal, or at least give Graham Gano an opportunity to kick a field goal. Ball thrown over the middle, and Kadarius Toney drops it. A huge drop on the play would have gave the Giants opportunity to kick a field goal. And now I'm not sure exactly what we will see out of the Giants. Oh yeah, they're just going to dump it off and let time run off the clock, maybe with 1 more attempt. They have 1 timeout. They call a timeout here. We're not going to run it. We're going to maybe throw something a little short here, maybe on the slant, and see if we can't pick up the 1st down with Darius Slayton. Ball snapped. Darius Slayton there, catches it, and the ball is caught. 3 seconds left. They do call a timeout. Graham Gano with one of the stronger legs in the NFL. He has kicked a 60-yard field goal before. Actually, I do think it was here in New York when he was with the Panthers. And we'll see if he can't get it here on this attempt. The kick is snap. It's up. And it's off to the right. Might have had the distance, but we will never know. Giants have controlled the ball, the clock, the game in its entirety. And you have to think that Frank Donk is going to try to continue to do that as you see him continuing to run. An injury report. Outside linebacker will not return for this game, or maybe he will. Dislocated thumb. They're going to substitute Roshan for that. As the Giants will continue to grind out the clock, move the ball down the field, force the hands of the Bears. As you see Big Thomas there, blocking two defenders at once and able to pick up some yards, but unfortunately Booker on the play was hurt, clutching his right wrist. So that means now that the Giants are down to their only running back on the roster, and look who it is. Khalil Mack with a big stop on third down, bringing up 4th and 2, who has been pretty much all over the field and finally makes an impact. Does Frank Donk on the 46 with 2 yards to go for it here? I don't think he will. He will not. He'll send out the punt unit. Maybe if Saquon was in the game, you could see them trying to go for it in that scenario. And it's a fake punt. The ball is thrown and intercepted. I totally did not mean to do a fake punt, just FYI. First and 10, Giants get the ball. I'm sorry, Bears get the ball on the 49. Montgomery with one of his better rushes on the day for 6 yards. Booker has a strained tricep and will not return for the rest of the game. 2nd and 4. Again, they're going to decide to run it. Blake Martinez fills up that hole and stands up Montgomery for only a gain of 2. 3rd and 2. Another big stop, possibly by the G-Man if they can hold the Giants here off that turnover on special teams. And the ball's thrown deep. Chase Bradbury gets beat off of breast coverage. And Darnell Mooney with a big 43-yard touchdown reception. And of course, the Giants are going to have to prevent the Bears from picking up this 2-point conversion on the play. Ball is being ran. And just like that, this game is tied. Daniel Jones and the G-Men are having to figure out that you can't just let off the gas pedal. You have to continue to push the ball down the field as Brightwell picks up 2. Frank Donk and this offense, they're continuing to run the ball often. They obviously think that this front cannot stop this young offensive line as Brightwell pushes forward for another first down. 1st down and 10, ball on the 43. Giants looking to answer here. As Daniel Jones, no one's out there. Retaining him, a good little block by Kenny Galladay allows him to pick up the 1st down. Ball on the 44. And the fans here in MetLife Stadium are really enjoying that. Seeing this offense finally cross the 50-yard line for the first time this half, as Brightwell pushes forward again for another gain of 4, who's came out looking pretty strong, averaging almost 4 yards a carry by your 3rd string running back. You got to like that. O.J. Howard in a drag route catches the ball for a gain of 2. His first catch of the day. And now we have 3rd down and 2. Ball handed back to Brightwell, who spins off a defender and gets to the 29-yard line. This running back showing out. There comes Khalil Mack right off the edge. No one even trying to block him. And the Giants in that right side of the offensive line just has not been able to stop Khalil Mack coming off the edge. He just seems to be a little too fast. Riquanu bringing up a third down, and that ball is hit as soon as Daniel Jones releases it. Khalil Mack, who else, is just absolutely disrupting the offensive rhythm of New York. As Graham Gano comes out and attempts his 40-yard field goal, the ball is up and it is good. 17-14, Giants with the lead. Third down and 1, ball at the 46. The Bears looking to continue with this good drive, and James Bradbury shows up in run defense with his third tackle on the day. Big stop, and the Bears are going to have to punt it and probably will not get the ball back until the start of the fourth quarter. Kadarius Toney receives it at the 15 and gets to the 29 before being out of bounds. Kadarius Toney, who has been a really good return man for New York this season. Look who it is, Darius Slayton with the ball on a big third down. And listen to the crowd in New York. 43 yards on the day by Darius Slayton. Nice throw to Kenny Golladay. First time we've said his name today. Brightwell, nice run up the middle. Brightwell, 43 yards rushing. Looking good, 5.3 yards a carry. And man, what a show out by the third-string running back who last night when he laid his head on the pillow did not think he would even touch the ball today. And another good run. 56 yards now, ball at the 11. And Brightwell single-handedly is trying to ice this game for the Giants. They give it to him again, why not? But this time he is stopped for a loss of 1 on the play. Ball snapped. Daniel Jones runs out to the right. And Khalil Mack, who was right there in front of him, been in his face all day, decides not to pick up Daniel Jones in coverage. And Daniel Jones runs for a 12-yard touchdown. And the G-Man extend this lead by 10. Barring the extra point. And it's good. Ball thrown out to the left. And James Bradbury doesn't turn around. And Darnell Mooney picks up 26. You see Frank Dog and Daniel Jones shaking their heads as the Bears get inside the red zone. Ball in 11, first down and 10. Ball is snapped. And Daniel Jones trying to, Justin Fields trying to find somebody. Scrambles for 9. And gets the ball to the 2-yard line. 2nd and 1. Bears might decide to run it. No, they do not. They throw a slant. Daniel Jones, Justin Fields, has to throw the ball away. 3rd down and 1. As the bell tolls, less than 5 minutes in the game. And that ball is completed. It looked to be tipped, but Russell Gage hauls it in. As we see in the replay, it was almost intercepted. You have to think that tomorrow, when they go over that tape, coach is going to say, just bat the ball down. Do not try to be a hero. And Chicago is now only a field goal away from tying, a touchdown away from taking the lead. And you can feel the momentum swinging in Chicago's favor. As you see now, they have stacked the box and are going to start to bring some pressure as Brightwell shimmies left, shimmies right, and picks up 2. Kadarius Toney is hurt on the play. That will stop the clock for New York as Kadarius Toney runs into The locker room, 3rd and 2, a big 3rd down here. If Giants can pick up a 1st down, this would start to put some pressure on Chicago, and they do not get it. With the ball on the 23, the momentum has definitely swung in the favor of Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears, looking to come into MetLife Stadium today and steal one from New York and Frank Dock. And that ball is thrown inaccurately. Justin Fields missing some open receivers throughout the day. Frank Dock running on the sidelines trying to get his defense in the correct position. 2nd down and 2 as these fans continue to get louder here in New York. That ball is thrown short in a slant. Big 3rd down here. Will the Bears go for it if they do not get it here on 3rd down? They still have 3 timeouts. You have to think they're probably going to punt it, and they go and run it. They haven't done good running the ball all day, and rookie Drake Jackson comes off the edge and stops Montgomery from picking up the 1st down, and the Bears now have to punt it with the ball on the 32. Bears fans scratching their heads on why Matt Nagy would ever try to run the ball, as Adoree Jackson takes that ball to the 20, because a 1st down here. And Daniel Jones audibling here into a run play. Brightwell picks up the 1st down and then some all the way to the 35. This forces the Chicago Bears to call another timeout. 1 timeout, even if they do stop him here, which they don't. Brightwell finds another seam to the 46, and I think that is game. And that is it. The Giants escape in a thriller against Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears here at home. The Giants remain undefeated on the day, are now 2-1. And they are starting to turn some heads in the NFC. Kayvon Thibodeau with his 1st sack. Kadarius Toney with a big game, 2 big catches, ends up getting hurt. But the New York Giants, with 210 yards rushing on the day, edge the Chicago Bears by 3 as the Giants head into the locker room happy that this team is 2-1. All right, guys, that is it. What a game by Gary Brightwell, 3rd down running back, or 3rd string running back, carries New York to the victory against Chicago. They win 24-21. We've got Jacksonville up next, who hasn't got a win yet this season. Statistically, they are a better team, and we get to see Evan Ingram, the New York Giant, used to be New York Giant, who's had 10 receptions, 94 yards on the season. We have to go into Jacksonville, prevent them from trying to get their 1st win. They're going to be very hungry. We are 2-1. There's a 3-way tie atop the NFC East against Washington and Philly. And of course, your New York Giants. Cowboys are, of course, going to be in it too. They're 1-2. My voice is getting hoarse. I was doing too much screaming. If you enjoy my my energy, I really enjoy this game. I enjoy this mod. It's a lot of fun. We got a press conference. Remember, we're not doing the press conferences. Unfortunately, we did have a few injuries. Let's check that right quick. Hopefully no one's out too long. Saquon's out for 3 weeks. Julian Love, of course, we know is out. Kadarius Toney's out for 3 weeks. So it'll be another 3 weeks before we get those guys back. And it looks like that'll be after the Eagles game. And we've got a few games coming. It's going to be tough. We do have Devontae Booker back, so maybe we can make things work. Maybe we go out in free agency, see if we can pick up somebody. I think we're probably going to have to, but that'll be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, and I will catch everybody back on the next video.